Happy Sunday. How's it going, everybody? Lewis here. Hope you're all having an amazing day. I want to share with you all something that's kind of helped me stay on track mentally, emotionally, spiritually through all of my own struggles, trials, and tribulations throughout the years. It's a mindset that's really helped me not give up during all the hard times on my healing journey, overcoming my mental patterns, my demons, my beasts, if you will. So, if you anybody resonating with any of this information, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps a ton. It really, helps bring the video up the algorithm and reach a wider audience. So, it's this whole perspective of comparing the ups and downs to life to the stock market charts. They say that life isn't linear, it's cyclical, and that's totally true. We make a goal to maybe start eating healthier, to save some money, to let go of anger, but integrating that isn't just a straight line without any bumps and bruises and no, there's days that test us, that days that we want to give up altogether, and days where our demons come back, demons, whatever you want to call them, the negative thinking that gets in the way. So what I've definitely seen is that there's different aspects of ourselves that will challenge us when we make a goal. I like to use the concept of parts work a lot. We have a part of us maybe that wants to have that goal, save money, eat healthier, let go of anger. I'll use those examples again. But then there's another part of us that as we go through life that says, hey, hold on a second. That person is an asshole. You're justified in being angry at them. Or for the goal of wanting to eat healthy, you had a stressful day today. You deserve some cake and ice cream or a treat, right? And everybody's different pattern is unique to their own past and upbringing and so on. So that the thing is that over time you'll just begin to recognize your patterns, and that's why I'm big on the journaling. Write this stuff down a little bit all the time. When you have one of these like dips in your journey to where you're getting tested by these other parts of yourself, you can write it down and say, oh, I went through one of those things again where my old aspect, that old part of myself wanted to continue to be angry about that thing again, and I see how that can be limiting. So if you recognize that through your journal writing or self-reflection, or if you see a therapist, that's cool, then it will help you peak back up again, actually. That's why I mentioned it can be kind of like the stock market or cyclical. The thing is, if you're not really practicing the awareness of your psyche, your mental patterns, then you you may just let that part engulf you that wants to be angry, that wants to keep you from your goals. A lot of times the part that was getting us from reaching our goals in the first place will take more power and dominance over the part that does want to reach our goals, because we don't know how to decipher what's going on in our head, pick through the noise, so to speak. So this stuff takes practice and patience and consistency. A lot of companies, bring the stock market perspective up again, they have a lot of really hard times in the very beginning. And this book that I've read a couple of times now, what's it called? Think and Grow Rich. There you go. They interview hundreds of successful business owners, and one of the common traits is that a lot of them struggle big time in the very beginning, but the ones that were successful didn't give up. So have that as a foundation, this attitude of, I am going to reach this goal no matter what, and I'm not going to give up if I slip or if I fall. I'm going to keep on keeping on, and that will help you peak back up again. You'll find a way. You may not know exactly how you're going to reach your goal, but just that solid foundation of I am going to figure this out no matter what will get you there. It will take you there. So the more that you go through your peaks and valleys, the more you'll recognize all these different parts in your head at play, and the more you'll smile and laugh about it and say, oh, I see you part that wants to be lazy, or that wants to make up an excuse, or that wants to hold on to this story that was keeping me from my best self, basically. Well, I'm not going to let you outshine the part of me that wants to reach my goals. And you can have a conversation with those parts at a table in your writing and say, well, hey, part of me that wants to reach my goals, all the parts of you want to be happy at some level, right? It's just that you need to see eye to eye with those parts, understand where those parts are coming from. That way you can find resolve, and almost like a communication between a team or a family or so on. You need to have that hard conversation between those parts and realize that your strategy maybe needs to change because all the parts want to be happy and free and at peace. And for some reason or another, you've chosen to come to this goal. And especially if it's a repeated pattern, you know that there's probably something to it, right? After a while, this stuff will get smooth and natural. You'll smile about it, like I said. Just remember that if you slip and fall in the beginning of your journey, it's not like there's something wrong. The universe is literally kind of set up that way here on Earth, because through all the slips and falls, here's the kicker, things start to become really solid within you. You go through the feeling and the experience of being challenged by those old parts so many times that you're just like, oh, I'm so tired of going through these slips and falls. I'm going to learn from this finally, and I'm going to stick with it and integrate this. That's what the integration part is all about. Going through the nitty gritty of Earth and the hard conversations with yourself and other people and the struggles. And without the struggle, the catalyst to push you forward would be less. It wouldn't be as strong. That's why they say that a comfort zone can keep people in a limited place, because if you're not feeling the burn a little bit, and you're not feeling the slips and falls, and you're not going to be like, wow, why do I need to stop slipping and falling. I don't want to burn anymore. So if you put your hand in the fire enough times, you're going to stop putting your hand in the fire. It's the experience of feeling those things that make you want to move in different directions in life. So don't fear the dips. Don't fear the crashes. Keep trucking along. Stay committed. Have that solid foundation like I mentioned. And eventually you'll be on your way, and happy and grooving, and all those other parts that used to hold you back won't be there no more. These things take time, so stay patient. Take care, everybody. Hope you all found some value in this video. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice rest of your weekend. Peace.